hope this cookie header, now I was able to explain like how important it is to know the cookie header as well as the set cookie header. Do you guys have any questions on this incident or any concern about the headers that I have discussed today with you guys? Any questions on that?
Sir, can we share this like to the particular person that you need to clear your like this user cookies whenever when you are like for each and every week or month? Can we suggest this to the particular admins or higher authorities so that they cannot their cookies cannot be stolen, right?
No, so that's something and not a good approach, because thing is that even if you say, none of the user will do that. So that's one thing. And also it is like it is not required, because it will actually degrade the user functionality. So let's say they are visiting some website and they have to again re-log in, they have to again kind of authenticate themselves. So normally in a SOC environment, what I've seen is that we don't say to the user that, okay, guys, let's delete the cookie at every 1 month. The other thing why it is not necessary, because the set cookie field in most of the scenario will have a value which will be the one of the key will be expires. Okay, and that expire value will already have something like 3 days or let's say 4 days. Okay, so once that, so what will happen, the cookie will itself expire in let's say 3 days if this value is set. Okay, so you don't need to say to the user that you need to delete those cookies after 1 month or say. So that's one thing. Okay, so I hope this answers your question, right?
Yes, sir, understand, sir. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Clear, sir.
So okay, so now guys, thing is that what I will be doing is that I'll be now stopping. So I hope like this was interesting and it was a mix of both uh, theory as well as the lab part. And thing is that I hope it kind of, the intention is like kind of addressed why there's a reason to understand these headers, because this will be really useful, and this will be kind of one of the things that will be really useful in kind of conducting a lot of investigation going ahead in future. These all headers are really useful to kind of conduct any kind of investigation. And I hope giving the examples of the incident, you guys now have an idea like where these headers will play a role in kind of dealing with any investigation. So if there's any concern at this moment of time for the way of delivery of this data, just quickly let me know, so that I can kind of next time I can reevaluate and kind of share that in a more easy format, or maybe to make you guys understand like what's the benefit of understanding this all fields. Okay, so I hope this part with the mix of lab was interesting, and it was easy to understand what all these fields are. Now what I will do is that I will share a PCAP file with you guys, and what you need to do is you need to kind of open that PCAP file in the Wireshark, and I will be asking few questions that you need to kind of answer. Okay, so give me 1 second. So I am just searching for that file. Just give me 1 second. Okay, and I will be sharing the link on the Google chat window. Okay, and give me 1 second. So this is the PCAP file link that I have shared with you guys. And what you guys can do is that you can open this link in the Remnex OS. So start the Firefox browser, okay, and download this PCAP file, and let me know once you're done. Okay? And then we will kind of, and guys, one other thing is that let's not search for any kind of answers on the internet. Otherwise, this exercise will not be kind of much beneficial to you. Okay, so this is the thing. And the next part, what I wanted to ask from you guys are from this pickup file. I wanted to know if you guys can tell me the answers for these questions that I have just pasted on the chat. Okay, on the chats. Okay, so that's one thing. And once you have downloaded that, the password will be infected. Okay, the password will be infected of the zip file. So once you are done, I will just give you let's say 2 minutes, and once you're done, just let me know. And what I will do is that I'll give it 2 minutes to kind of visit the website, download the pcap file, open that in the WhatsApp. Let's say 2 to 5 minutes, and then let's go through the questions one by one. Okay, so give me 1 second. Or maybe what would be better is that you guys perform the exercise on your own for today. Let's utilize the time for the full day rather than just few minutes. Utilize the time for the full day, and then let me just share my screen. So utilize the time for the full day, and what you do is that you kind of try to answer these questions which I have kind of mentioned in the chat window. So you just copy these all questions to your in text file. Okay, and then what you do is that you try to answer those things, and let's not search on the internet much about the answers. Okay, and then tomorrow what we will do is that we'll try to see like who all were able to kind of answer these questions. Because thing is, I have already discussed about DNS, IP addresses and all. So most of the questions you will be able to answer. So that's one thing. That's why I picked this exercise. And I wanted to know, and then we'll kind of try to kind of go through the questions and let's say, we'll try to solve that on the live session. Okay. So we'll try to kind of do this tomorrow, but you try to solve this today. And let me just quickly see what the next topic is. Okay, now the next topic that I wanted to share with you guys, which is a very, very important, is the HTTP response code. Okay, and what I'm thinking is, why not start fresh tomorrow? Okay, we have already almost, we are about just 3 hours almost. So what we'll do is that we will try to go through this HTTP response code tomorrow, and we'll try to understand what this HTTP response codes are and how it can be helpful for us, and why it is first of all needed for us to kind of understand what the meaning of this HTTP response code as to us as cybersecurity professionals. And then we'll try to kind of go through that. Okay, so now if you see that the HTTP response code over here is 200. Okay, so what this 200 means? Okay, now, so these all things we'll try to understand what this 200 code is, what is 404, what is 404 code, and a lot of other codes that are there in the HTTP response code. So what we'll do is that we'll start fresh tomorrow, and we'll continue our discussion with the HTTP response code, and we'll also try to solve the lab that I have given you as an exercise. And guys, again, I request, let's not search for the answer on internet. Try to solve that on your own, and then we'll try to kind of, and you will be able to, so then there will be only one protocol that I have not discussed, which is DSCP protocol. But I think you will be guys will be able to, your guys are smart, you'll be able to kind of figure out that. But the other things, the other questions like which is related to the DNS and IP addresses, which we have already discussed, you'll be able to kind of quickly figure that out. Okay, so let's wind up for today, and we will kind of resume our discussion tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. We're expecting like more things like this so that we can get hands on. Like we in future we want like more sort of like the logs where we can analyze and show the results to you. So it will be more helpful for us to do the real time investigation and all this stuff.
Yeah, sure. So we will do that. The only thing is why I am not done till this part, because there were a lot of things we haven't discussed, like IP addresses, DNS were not completed. But now thing is that now once we are